Thank you for stopping by. It's my first video on the new channel, Boomer Down. I hope you enjoy it. This showcases Urbana's finest in all its glory, the Urbana Police Department and the Urbana Fire Department. So sit back and relax and enjoy. Thank you.
Champaign County Dispatch.
Yeah.
We'll start this off with the 911 emergency dispatch call made by the Karen up the street. The Karen up the street is one of those guys that want to, I've always said in the past, that they just want to be left alone and be treated like everybody else. So let's continue.
It's, 2 doors down from my house, they're burning trash out in the back of their yard, and the smoke is horrendous.
1119 okay. What's the address? Okay.
I don't know. I know my address is 409. I just don't want them to know.
That I was gathering information. Okay, give me a
The
second.
last name is
Give me
Ramey.
a second. For your information, I'm still waiting on CPS to hear back from.
Okay. What is your address?
It's 409 Freeman.
Okay.
His name is Larry Ramey, is what his name is. The guy that burned the trash. It's awful. Trying to think, because my house is on the corner of Freeman and Union, so it'd be 2 doors. If you're standing at the front of my house, it'd be like 2 doors to the right, I think.
To the right. So I see you're right there on the corner of Union Alley and Freeman.
Mm-hmm.
So is it headed towards Ward?
I think he's on, if I'm correct, I think he's on the corner of Ward and Freeman.
Ward and Freeman?
Mm-hmm.
Is he on the same side of the road as you?
Yeah.
And what is your name?
James Latimer, but is there any way to not let him know that it was me?
Yeah, it's just for our...
Okay.
Yeah, it's just for our information. They don't find out who it is. It's just for us.
Yeah, because I know that he's been not very pleasant.
Wrong. It's called discovery when you're accused of a crime and the city of Urbana is suing you for that crime. Then they're required by law to provide discovery to the person who's accused. And Jimmy, I don't know what the hell happened to you. You used to play with my kids when they were in elementary school. Well, maybe I do know what's wrong with you. You know. Anyway, I'd be careful about throwing your trash in the West Ward Manor Apartments dumpsters. That's called theft of services, by the way. Let's continue.
To deal with.
Okay. All right. I will go ahead and get the fire department started that way, okay?
All right, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So, the fire department and the cops are dispatched. The cops arrived about 100 yards south of me, blocking the one lane of travel on Freeman Avenue. They didn't have their takedown lights on, or emergency lights. And the same with the fire department. They arrived in 2 vehicles, a heavy-duty 4-wheel drive pickup truck and a heavy rescue vehicle. No lights or siren. They took up a position on Ward Street at the corner of Freeman and Ward and completely blocked the lane of travel on those streets. All this because of an alleged fire, or not even a fire, smoke, that this individual claims is coming from my backyard. Now bear in mind, this fire department knows for decades that I've had a fire pit in my backyard. In fact, when they enacted this stupid burn ordinance, I would call them when I got ready to use my fire pit, which is several times a week. And they got tired of me calling them, and they said, listen, if you want to use your fire pit, we know you got a fire pit, just use it, don't worry about calling us anymore. And that had been the modus operandi for couple decades. Now all of a sudden I get this Karen that calls and they roll out heavy. So let's continue. And here they are. The cops arrived. The body cam you're about to see is from Officer Keith Hurst. They arrived, like I said, at south of 321 Freeman, and they began canvassing the backyards of two houses down from me, looking for this fire because there's no fire, there's no smoke at all. So they're looking for this. So here they are. They muted their, muted their audio on their body cam because at the point that the first fat fireman, Walrus Man, I'll call him the Walrus Man, Wally, I'll just call him Wally, short for Walrus. When Wally entered with his big badge displaying on his chest, I immediately told him as soon as the gate was open, get the hell out of my yard. I immediately told him that. Now, unbeknownst to me, I didn't know that my wife had granted him access to my backyard. But it is widely known in case law that if there's two cohabitants in a residence, that if one consents but the other one revokes that consent, that the negative overrides the positive. That's that's the law of the land. That's called Fourth Amendment violation. Once it's been revoked and they continue to come in, as a Fourth Amendment violation right off the bat. So, that's what happened. At this point in time, I'm yelling at the first fireman, Wally, for entering my yard illegally. And he continued to enter my yard, and I attempted to block him. And you will see me standing in front of him whenever Hurst comes into the yard with his body cam. And with Hurst is Officer Stacy. Oh, there's Fireman Pound Cake. That's Fireman Pound Cake. Now he's real hungry. He's looking for some lemon pound cake in
Not allowed to have a fire right now.
He's looking for some lemon pound cake in my
I saw the smoke over your fence.
Your wife. Get the
fire pit.
Larry, stop. Your
Get
wife.
my cell phone out.
As you can hear, I am loudly protesting the
Record these
constitutional
goddamn
grounds that go in my yard illegally.
without the goddamn search warrant. Your wife.
Get out of my
Coming
goddamn.
to my yard without a search
Your
warrant.
wife actually gave
Now stop.
us permission.
I'm not
I
talking
walked
to
right
you.
by this
Not
cop.
allowed to have a
Now,
fire
did you
right
see
now.
me walk aggressively towards the cop?
He was
I
just-
walked
we
right
were just
by
going
I
to
understand.
do hot dogs.
And it was perfectly
And I
fine
went in.
until he wanted to act that
I
way.
understand that he's a hothead.
At this point, I went into my house to grab my cell phone since my wife wouldn't cooperate with me and get my cell phone. Now, why wouldn't my wife cooperate? Here's the deal with my wife. She's of the belief that, hey, if you ain't got nothing to hide, then why even worry about it? You know, having a fenced-in backyard, or why even worry about, come on in the house. I don't care if you live at my house. Just come on in. I said, well, okay. So you don't have nothing to hide, right? Well, why don't we just build our houses out of glass walls then? Oh, now you want some privacy. Why? He said you don't have nothing to hide. Now you want some privacy? Oh, well, see, there you go. That just shoots down, oh, I ain't got nothing to hide. Yeah, we have the right to privacy. We have the right to our own, inside the curtilage of our own home, without having illegal search and seizures inside a curtilage of our home. So let's continue.
Okay.
You know that
That's the way it is.
Just for future reference
Yes.
for you, there's a season where there's no burn because everything's dead right now because of
Okay.
winter.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Well, sure.
Yeah, summertime it's okay. But
Okay.
There's a no burn restriction right now.
But right
because
now,
of-
okay, sure.
there's no leaves and stuff on the trees.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Now, what's this bullshit? Have you ever heard that? You people out there that burn wood in your wood burning stoves or sell wood for people to burn in their fire pits or in their wood burning stoves. What is that bullshit about not being able to burn open burn in your fire pit? Now, there is a sheriff's thing out for unincorporated areas of not burning during the winter, and that's for like farm fields, where sometimes they clear the farm field and they pile all the stuff up, and they used to burn it. That's for that unincorporated areas. But in this corporation area here, in my own backyard, I have one tree, by the way, or no, I have 2 trees. They're dormant during the winter. Dormant and seasoned wood is entirely 2 different things. You can't burn dormant wood that's been harvested in the wintertime. It's full of moisture. It takes 6 to 24 months for dormant wood that's been harvested in the wintertime to become seasoned wood. And so that bullshit about not having the ability to enjoy your fire pit during the winter season is bullshit, because what they're trying to do is extend their burn ordinance to banning for complete seasons. Next thing you know, you won't be able to enjoy your fire pit or an outdoor fire or a grill or anything, because they're going to ban all of that. Why? They don't want you to have a backyard. Next thing you're going to ban is internal combustion machines for your weed whacker and your lawnmower. And when they do that, then so why even have a backyard then? So let's continue.
He's in the
Yelling
house
and
spouting off.
Getting a phone to record us. We're not allowed back here violating his rights.
Or handguns. Be careful.
See, they already knew that's what I was going to do, is go and get my phone and record them, because they're not allowed back there violating their. Then why are they still back there violating my rights if they knew that's what I was going to do? Well, you'll see what the cop then does as soon as I attempt to record.
You guys go stay here until we're done, right?
Yes, sir.
That's Wally,
Yeah.
by the way.
We appreciate
I
your
wouldn't leave
cooperation.
either.
Wally's fireman.
I'm sorry.
You're all right.
Man,
Yes.
since I
There's Wally.
can't talk to your husband right now,
Yeah.
so
He's in control, full control of my property at this point, against my wishes, against the Constitutional demand that he remove himself.
get out of move out of the way. Hey, get out of my yard. There's actually trash in there. You can't burn trash.
Now the cop, seeing I have my phone, he starts following me out to where I'm at the fire. Now you see me walking aggressively towards any of these people.
Get out of my goddamn yard.
I attempt to record
You don't have
him
permission to
with my
come in
phone,
my
and the
gated
cop
yard.
comes
Get
around.
out of
Both of them
my
come
yard,
around.
cop.
Yes.
Stacy comes around
you can't
behind
burn
me, and this
trash.
guy comes
Okay.
around
Get
on
out
the
of
side of me.
yard in there. That was
Yeah.
wood.
Except for the pop
Get out of
cans.
my goddamn yard.
Enough.
Just trying to.
Or you're
Get
going.
out of my yard.
Do you want to go to jail?
To be in
Do
my
you
There
want
he
to
is.
go to
Now he's
jail?
You don't
threatening
have
me with
permission
jail
to be in
because
my
I'm trying
yard.
Do
to
you want to go
record
to
You
jail?
don't have
You know what?
permission. On what charge?
I'm done. For disorderly
On what
conduct.
charge, mother?
Why the fire department?
You come in my, you violating my constitution. Jenny, get my phone. Get my phone, Jenny.
Get
Get
my
my
phone out
phone
of
to
my
record
hand.
this.
Prevent me from
Jenny, get my
recording
phone and
and
record
arresting
that.
a
Jenny,
retaliatory
get my
arrest
phone.
for documenting what they were doing in my yard
You violated
illegally
every
in my yard.
constitutional rights in the book, you son of a bitch. You trespassing on
Now,
my
is this
property.
the kind of government
You
that
come
you
in my
want,
goddamn yard
Urbana?
without
You
search
want
warrant.
Is this what you want?
Jen,
Right now,
take
your
that
government is
goddamn
trying to
fire
get a
that
data
sits there.
center in place so that they can watch all of us in our backyards
sir.
and anywhere else and they do mass
You
surveillance.
goddamn
And it would have somebody like Larry
you're
Ellison
really getting this
telling
criminal
us that
off
we
the
better
goddamn
behave
street,
and
aren't
we
you?
better be good goyim,
Well, this
or
town
they're
is
going to come and get us
flooded
and
with
do
drug
what they did
addicts
to me.
and drug dealers.
15.
Now, I had
We
resisted,
got a 20 more.
resisted an unlawful
God.
arrest. If I had
Just-
resisted an unlawful arrest, they would have beat me to a
The
pulp
cops come in my
and got
backyard.
away with it.
21.
They
Maybe even
violated
killed me.
my goddamn rights. Came in my backyard, my gated backyard.
Now, this doesn't make you mad about what they did. Granted, people
You
might
piece
not
of-
like me. I don't care if you don't like me
You're
or
really
not.
doing a
Look at your
goddamn
rights,
public service.
your constitutional rights. Don't they mean anything to you? Because they're
I'm gonna
going
double
to
lock the cuffs for you.
You're next.
Listen these up, you.
They put these handcuffs on so
Real
tight,
public
they
servants you
marked
guys
up
are.
screwed up my
Well,
wrist.
this town is flooded
There's
with
no reason
drug
for that.
dealers. You
How many
arrest
of
me
you
for
wear
having a
watches?
fire in
Does
my
this screw up your
goddamn
wrist?
fire ring, you son of a...
Or a bracelet? There's no reason to have them clamp down so tight they make marks on your wrist and damage your wrist. And then they screwed my shoulder up. My shoulder was sore for over a week because they turned me around and handcuffed me, and then put me in this damn car where there's no room at all. I know they could move the seat up, but they've kind of squashed all the way back, so you have maximum suffering. Maximum infliction of pain is what it's all about. Punishment for standing up for your rights. This is what they want. They want to punish anybody that stands up for their rights.
Let's pull over there to the fire department.
Now they want to move because they hear the neighbors are starting to notice.
Because the fire department's trying to do their job.
Yelling about their
Getting
constitutional
them and
rights.
pushing
This
past
guy
his wife
asking
and getting in
about
their
it.
way. Yeah. And acting his way.
This
Or he
guy
can't burn trash
was one
either.
of the only ones
There's a
that
no
was
burn right now
not
going on.
afraid to come out with his cell phone so he could see what's going on, maybe document what's going on. He did. I think it was his daughter that did say that the cops came to their place first, kind of in an accusatory tone, accusing them of having a fire in their backyard. And then they went on around their backyard and went up, and that's where you see them walking around my backyard.
I want to go talk to them.
Goddamn violated my goddamn sanctuary. Came in my yard without a goddamn search warrant.
Now, if you remember, if you look back on that video, and as you can see right there, there was no smoke, there was no probable cause of an emergency, there were no exigent circumstances that gave them the right to come in my backyard. But they did, and once I revoked their consent, they still persisted on coming back. They got the Wally the fireman said, I have permission. I said, no, you don't have my permission. And he continued.
Man, what's his name?
Come into my yard. There's old Pound Cake. He's looking for lemon pound
Okay,
cake.
that's what I thought it was.
The big fat fireman. Oh,
Thank you.
how fast you can run a mile?
In the cruiser?
Is he arrested?
Yes. Just because he was preventing the fire department from doing their job, screaming and yelling in front of them and everything like that. The fire was what it
You're
was.
on
It
my
wasn't that big of a
public
deal. But
property, and
the way he was acting,
and I can scream and yell as much as I want. You had violated my property, and violated
can buy him
and
out, or he can
trampled
have
over my
court tomorrow.
constitutional rights, and then you
Whatever you
arrested me
want.
for documenting your
How do I bond him out?
illegal
You come up to the
invasion
police
of my
department.
property.
How much is that?
Disorderly conduct M4 is $250.
And then they kidnapped me and charged me $250 plus about $14 in fees for ransom, so I could get my
Okay.
freedom back.
Just so you know, I don't know if you guys were wanting to.
I can take a picture of it.
I'm not sure what you guys are doing or not doing, but we will have the.
Again, at this point, this fool with the walrus, and that's other fool, Brandon Hoover,
Oh,
whatever
God,
his
you're
name
from
is,
fire. I'm
standing
so
there.
sorry.
He has a crowbar in his hand. He's digging
appreciate
around
it,
in my
gentlemen. Thank you.
carpet with a crowbar. There old Pound Cake goes. Let's back that up. I want to look at Pound Cake again. That's something funny. I like that. Okay, let's look at this again, step by step. There they are. They're walking in my north side of my fence. The wind was blowing from south to north at the time. Do you see any smoke at all? I'm the only yard, by the way, I think in the entire block that has a fenced-in backyard. So obviously I was the target because I dare to have a curtilage of my home around my yard. And as you can see, my yard is clearly, fence is clearly marked. No trespassing. Violators will be prosecuted. They trespassed, even in lieu of those warnings. That's criminal trespass, because they were notified with signage. Now see that guy, at Stacy, Officer Stacy. Let's back it up. Look at that smirk on his face. He thinks it's funny because I'm yelling at that first fireman about him coming in my backyard, and he continued to come in my backyard, illegally trespassing, illegally entering my yard. I revoked consent immediately upon the opening of that gate. And they think it's funny. They think it's funny to trample all over our rights. And this is a mundane thing. We're not talking we had even an emergency situation here. We're not talking that somebody's in the backyard just been injured or something like that and there's blood everywhere or whatever. No, this is a stupid, mundane thing because of a Karen called about smoke. About smoke. And that this is what you get. Trampling all over my rights just because of some Karen calls about smoke.
Not allowed to have a fire right now.
You don't have permission. There's no goddamn fire.
I saw the smoke over your fence.
Your wife.
So how do you see some smoke over my fence? At this point, nothing's been done to the fire pit. They just got there. I prevented that guy from coming to the fire pit. You see any smoke? What changed? Because there wasn't any smoke, there wasn't any fire when they arrived on scene. In fact, I was never cited for illegal burn. I was cited for disorderly conduct because I stood up to their bullshit.
Stop.
Get my cell phone out. Get my cell phone out.
No.
Goddamn, record these goddamn unconstitutional goons coming in my backyard without the goddamn search warrant. Your wife. Get out of my goddamn.
I told him they could come back here.
Your wife actually
Now stop.
gave us permission.
I'm not talking to you.
Not allowed to have a fire right now.
I'm not talking to you at all.
We were just going
I
to
understand.
do hot dog.
And it was perfectly fine until he wanted to act that way.
I understand. And he's a hothead. You guys know how he is. Okay?
You know that
That's the way it is.
Just for future reference
Yes.
for you, there's a season where there's no burn because everything's dead right now because of winter.
Everything is dead right now because of winter. What moron. What kind of moron is that? So, what, somehow the trees are resurrected and after they died in the springtime, they're resurrected? Like, no. You moron. You're such a moron. Now, my wife accepts it because she will first just accept authority without question. Me, I'm done with the crap. This big orange prick in D.C. and all the way down to our local government. I'm done with your crap. This is not a nation of laws anymore. This is totally not a nation of laws that is governed by the supreme law of the land in our Constitution of the United States of America. I don't know what it is, but it's rapidly changing into something else right before our eyes.
Yeah, summertime it's okay. But
Okay.
There's a no burn restriction right now.
But right
because
now,
of-
okay, sure.
there's no leaves and stuff on the trees.
Absolutely.
Where'd you go?
He's in the
Yelling
house
and
spouting off.
Getting a phone to record us. We're not allowed back here violating his rights.
Now look at this fool here. He's going to take a crowbar and actually dig around in my fire pit. Now what are they really looking for? And to me this looks like this whole thing was planned and premeditated to begin with. Just waiting for the Karen to make his call. What do you think?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so let's look at the fire pit involved here. So there's the offending fire pit. I haven't had a chance to clean it out this winter. That's all this stuff that's in there is completely soaked. That stuff been in there all winter long, and I just haven't had a chance to clean it out. So the ground's completely saturated because of all the snow that had melted earlier, and all that stuff is completely wet. That's before they even showed up. Then here are the injuries I sustained in my wrist. As you can see, the injuries here, out through here, plus my shoulder was sore for at least a week as they forcibly restrained me and handcuffed me. I'm a 70-year-old man and treated like that, treated like shit. Urbana deserves better. You all deserve better. You might not like me. I might not like you. But one thing we share in common is this love for this country. And I hope most people realize the price that people have paid for the freedoms we exist today. Freedom is not free. Deal with it.